We all love a sentimental handwritten note and the time and effort it takes, but we also love the speed of a typed document. So we're asking the question, why can't you have both? From pen to pixel, bring your personal lettering to the digital world. Today we're teaching you how to turn your handwriting into a custom font. Creative editor Jill Broadbent is showing us how and giving us all the applications to add your signature style to almost anything. Jill, this is so cool.
Right? It's so fun.
We were talking a little bit about before. You're saying this isn't new, but it's actually become a lot easier recently.
Yes. So I actually did this as like a job in college. I would design fonts, and I had to do them on graph paper and measure them. And then if I messed up, I had to put an X in that one and draw the next letter, and then I mailed it off to a company, and then they would make it. And people bought fonts, right?
I was gonna say, this is not surprising to me.
But like, it has come so far. That was a fun way to do it. It was a job, and now anyone can make a font out of their own handwriting. And I love it because it's not just something you can do to be creative. It's something you can do that's going to help you in a process, as well as document something that's really special, your actual handwriting. So
I love this because I think it's also something you can keep. So if it's grandma's handwriting, if it's someone special to you, those types of things, they're priceless.
Yeah, you know how sometimes we have those programs where you can tell your family story and document it. You can do this with a grandparent or a family member and have them just write in their ABCs, and then you have their handwriting. So it's almost just as special of a way to kind of capsulize that moment and that special thing.
Jill, I love this. I can't wait to get started. What actually do we need to be able to complete this process?
So a couple things. Now that it has become so digital, it's really easy.
Right.
But then you do have to have a couple things. You need an iPad and an Apple Pencil. You can do it with your finger, like instead of an Apple Pencil, the app will respond to your finger on the screen, but you're not going to get that like detail, your actual handwriting look. So an Apple Pencil is helpful that way, but and then you need this one app. There are multiple apps, but I've tried a lot of them. This is the one I would recommend. It's the easiest, it's the best for user experience as well as the quality.
We're going to take your advice. So what app is this?
It's called Fontself.
Fontself.
So here it's already open for you. It's Fontself, and I'm just going to click it here on my iPad, and then you can see that when you start at the home screen, which is what you have right here, you can use templates. So if I click one of these templates, it's going to give me letters to trace. Now, obviously, I don't want these exact letters because I want my handwriting, but it's going to help you kind of know height and width and that kind of thing. You can also go back and just pick one of the blank templates, which is what I like to do, because then I'm just able to draw right into each of the boxes. So you can zoom in and out, you can tilt it, and then I can just, with my Apple Pencil, I can draw an A or a B or whatever. The other thing that's really nice is, let's say I do this and I'm like, oh, that's a little crooked. I can two-finger tap and it's going to erase it. I can also hold my Apple Pencil and it's going to straighten it. So you can see that then, like if I do a line and it's crooked, I can move my Apple Pencil before I lift up. But you want to keep, you don't want perfection, right? You want the intricacies of your handwriting that make your handwriting your unique thing. So if you always dot your I, even if it's a capital, you should do that in your font. If you always do a capital T, even when you're writing lowercase, like you should put those things in there for your handwriting font. So what I love is that as you start to do the letters, you can see at the top it's got the quick brown fox.
Filling them in.
Yeah. So then you can see too, like, oh, look how short my B is compared to my A, and you can just redo it or whatever. So you can kind of see how that looks. Now, a few other things I love about this app is up here I can tap this little paintbrush, and then you can see I can do brush lettering. So if you love the look of brush lettering and you want to make some really fun decorative fonts, you can absolutely do that.
Like the calligraphy?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So you can make this really playful and fun. And once you've bought the app, which I didn't mention, it's $20 for the app. So it is kind of that investment.
Right.
But then you can use it on every device you own. You can have anyone use it, and you can make as many fonts as you want. So it really is a one-time investment on the app.
And $20. What are we spending $20 on at
it's
Target?
True, right? It's true.
We can do the $20.
So, then I can go in and pick a pencil, which I actually really like, the pencil. And then, there's a pen, there's a marker, there's a brush tip. So you've got lots of options that way. What I also suggest on any of these that you're using is bump up your streamline to like 75 to 85%.
What is the streamline? Why don't I know what that is?
Yeah. So if it's low, it's going to show all the little jagged marks.
Oh.
But if you crank your streamline up, then it makes the flow of your writing just a little bit smoother. So I always like to put my streamline up.
Okay.
So
good tip.
then you're going
Good
to
tip.
just play around. Now, one thing that I love is that down here at the bottom of all these templates, you've got all your different like punctuations, dollar signs, percentages, things like that. Now, I chose to put different images in those boxes because kind of my signature thing that I always like to do is when I sign my name, I put a heart and it has a little dot after the end. That's just kind of what I've always done. So I used the space down here to draw some of my signature little doodles, and then I can type that and it's going to give you that same thing. That's something that I always do in my handwriting. So I drew, instead of, you know, less than, greater than, I drew hearts and I did my initials too. So you know how
cute.
sometimes you just want to be able to put your little quick initial? So do it just like you would if you were signing a document or doing something, and then you're going to have that font in your font so you can just type it. So
this
some
is
fun little
so
details you can add.
Cool. This is so cool. And after, what are the other ways that you're using this besides just for letters and things like that?
So once you've got it done, here's a few that I have done here. And then and then here, once you see it all up here the way that you have it, if you touch this wrench, you can change the word spacing and the character spacing. So if you want them closer together or farther apart, whatever makes it look like your handwriting. And then you're just going to export it here, and then it becomes an OTF file. So like we have JPEGs and PDFs. OTF is your true type font, and so once you have that, you can put it on your in your font book on your Mac. You can put it into a PC. You can use the font file. Yep, anything. So you can use the file once it's exported, and that's what I love about this app, is it makes it so easy to export it as the right file.
Yes.
So
that is
so that's a lot of detail, but it's so fun to use. And once you play with it, you'll see lots of options for it. But then I want you to think about all the different applications of this, right? So on my scrapbook pages, lots of times I have a lot of journaling, and I can use my font
your handwriting
to have my handwriting on there. And I like to write on my pages sometimes, but sometimes you have more to say, you know?
Or you mess up and you have a pen, and then I'm like, well, I have to do the whole thing over again, right?
All the time.
It's things like this. Really quick, tell us again what the app is called.
It's called Fontself.
Fontself.
Yes.
Okay, all the details are going to be on our website. This is so cool. Thanks for sharing this. I think there's so many ways we can apply this. All the details again on our Studio 5 website. Thanks so much, Jill.
Yep.